Johnny Dumbbell, what's good, fam? What's up,
All
nephews?
right.
How you doing tonight?
Got another crazy Thursday night here. We got some Bumble profiles to go through, break down, and show you guys the green flags, the red flags, and the well, there is really nothing in between. You either run toward it or you run away from it, guys. Here we go. I've been waiting all week for this.
That's right. Shout out to us. All right, nephews, you already know what the deal is. It's Bumble tonight. So we're breaking down the profiles. We're helping y'all read between the lines. We're trying to give you the game on how to get at these ladies. And I got to tell you, nephews, that starts with you. You got to have a solid profile yourself. So if you need help working on your profile, let me and Uncle Johnny know in the comments, and we got you, nephews.
That's right. You know, and here's the thing. We are definitely giving it to you objectively because here we are at the age now where we need a reason to have sex. When we were younger, we just needed like a time and a place.
All right, nephews. Now, here's the drill. I got to preview each profile. So I'm going to be hopping back and forth between the studio a little bit because I got to make sure that I can share these profiles. There's certain community guidelines on some of the platforms that we stream on, and we want to keep them nice and happy and adhere to their guidelines. So I got to make sure that there's nothing on this public profile that we can't share. But there's no fluff. There's nothing going on backstage that y'all don't know about. I'm swiping on these profiles, yes or no, in real time, and we're giving you the reasons why. Now, sometimes these ladies might not be for me, but nephews, look, I know they might be for you. So we're going to go through each and every profile, and Uncle Johnny and I are going to tell you how we would approach the situation to get the result that we're looking for. Always getting that W, nephews.
Yeah. And hey, some of them are for the streets, and we'll point those ones out too if we see them.
Shout out to the streets. Shout out to these YouTube streets. Shout out to these Rumble streets, these Facebook streets. I'm glad y'all are rocking with us. Now, give me just a minute here, and we will bring out these lovely ladies for y'all.
Now, what Uncle Bill here is doing is he's making sure that we don't see that.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, my bad. I was just explaining to the nephews. You know, Uncle Bill's doing this to make sure that we don't have the faces of children in these videos. We don't want to. We are 18 and up here. We are adults only. We don't want to be showing people that are not adults. We don't want any of that happening. And honestly, in a personal ad, in something like a Bumble ad, there really is no good reason in my mind or Bill's mind as to why that would be necessary. So
now, well, I can appreciate that the ladies are upfront and honest about the demands on their time and the importance of being a mother. But I'm dating them, not their kids. So I would prefer that they not show off their children. Now, you got to understand, nephews, I'm speaking as a father myself because I have some children and I would not put them in my public dating profile. That's just poor taste. But I'm not trying to flex on that. I know a lot of you guys feel like you got to stand on something, and that's why we need to talk to you about your profiles, the things you're putting in these profiles, the feedback, Johnny, that I get from the ladies about the guys' profiles, the pictures of dead animals, standing on their car, standing on their wallet. And that if I were to put my kids on it, it would be like I'm standing on parenting when really that's not what makes us compatible. What makes me compatible with any woman on Bumble is who I am as a man.
Yep.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah, not the biological connection of we are both capable of creating children.
Johnny, can you see Lindsay here?
I do.
All right, now she's 32. This is photo verified. Bumble has been doing that lately. I de-verified recently because I'm not on nothing weird. I don't. My Bumble can know who I am. So we got Lindsay, 32, and the first thing I'll notice about Lindsay, Johnny, there's no bio.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, okay. I like
the WD-40 class.
Look, here's the thing, nephews. It's cap. It's fluff. It is rules that don't apply if you know how to turn that woman on if she's into you. It's for everybody else. So, on one hand, I like the bio because it gives me a little window on how I should get at that woman. And without it, it says a few things about how she's presenting herself, the lack of what she may think of herself, the lack of self confidence, or maybe she just felt like she didn't have to put that much effort forward. So I don't know, but
Yeah, it's
y'all
an
be
effort of
swiping on these women based on their looks and nephews. We are definitely going to be talking about that tonight too. Y'all need
well,
to
Bill,
do better.
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. The reason they do it is because it's worked for so long and it's worked so well for them. Why should they change something? Why change the successful formula? But the thing of it is, guys, the successful formula that they have here is succeeding in making you into guys that are not even making you into anything, but they're succeeding in letting you know that their looks are enough to get them by. That they can just throw out a few pictures and hey, you'll click on them because I guarantee you, girls like this probably have a full inbox. Let's face it, she's a pretty girl. And for a lot of you guys out there, that's all it takes for you to say, oh, yep, I'm going to go ahead and hit her with like 6 messages in a row. I mean, she hasn't answered yet, but she will. And that's where you, yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, I love it, Johnny, when you tell the nephews how they're talking to themselves in the DMs. Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell.
Hey, let's face it. I mean, especially since you and I were around and we were in our stupid 20s at the very dawn of social media. Thankfully, we learned the hard way early on in the early days. Nowadays, there's a lot more rules that we didn't have. We weren't as regulated on MySpace and in those instant messages, nor the blogs, as you would see on, say, YouTube today with the algorithm or, Facebook with their community standards or whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, we have to be a little bit more creative to get our point across, but some of these guys haven't figured that out yet because all they click on, or I'm sorry, all they swipe right on is, oh, pretty girl. I know. If we match, I'll just go ahead and say, hey, what's up? Yeah, she'll fall right into your arms, man. Stand out from the group. Okay. That means having an eye catching profile because let's face it, she is going to look at it before she even answers you, maybe even before she reads your message. So, I mean, you're going to have to set something up that's going to, make yourself eye catching. Now, imagine you did all those things. You took all the right photos. You wrote the perfect bio. And then you come across this and realize that this girl is going to put up pictures and say that is all she thinks it takes to snag you. Meanwhile, you have to provide all this substance in your bio, and it wouldn't kill you to be decent looking. This is why I tell you, if she doesn't care enough to put at least a few sentences down that tells you about herself, I don't even care if it tells you whether or not she brings anything to the table. But if it at least gives you an idea, some sort of a window, or at least a peephole into her personality, I could excuse the fact that, you know, she puts up 3 pictures and 2 or 3 sentences. But of all the things that you're going to be judged by on your profile, don't you think it's only fair that you give yourself the respect to expect more out of somebody who really should be hoping to get with you and
Well,
let you do the choosing?
nephews, that starts with you respecting yourself more.
Exactly.
Now, don't let Uncle Johnny trigger you there like he's trying to me with this. What does she bring to the table stuff? Because I'm going to give you to you straight, nephews.
Does she bring
You
chaos
should
or peace?
never have to ask a woman what she brings to the table. You should always be leading, always be giving women instructions of what you expect from them, what your expectations are.
You don't ask what she brings to the table. You observe what she brings to the table.
Bringing to the table, you're telling her what she is required to bring to the table.
I actually don't take it that far. You don't ask her. You're right. You don't ask her what she brings to the table. You observe what she brings to the table and you decide whether it's enough. You decide whether it fits your program. And if it doesn't, what do we say, Bill?
Blessings on your journey. All right, Johnny, back to Erica here.
Yeah.
She says, my perfect Sunday includes farmer's market, exercise, sleeping in, cooking an elaborate dinner.
Bless that bitch.
So, yeah, I can rock with that, except for the sleeping in, man. I got too much to do. I'm not going to be sleeping in.
Bill, just because you don't remember what that's like doesn't mean you won't enjoy it.
Oh, man, I don't got time for it, Johnny.
I know. I'm just saying if you had the chance, you would enjoy it.
You know, I wake up at like 4 a.m. on my days off without an alarm. I don't know how to sleep in. I get up so early.
man.
I'm used to going to the gym. I'm used to doing yoga. I'm used to doing my little prayers that I
You
still
remember?
wake up at the same time without an alarm. Wow.
Do you remember our 20s and 4 a.m. was bedtime? Maybe.
Johnny, that's every other weekend when I don't have my kids. What are you talking about?
Oh no. I'm talking about every night.
All right. So I like that she's down to cook an elaborate dinner. I'll go explore a farmer's market with her, maybe. I'm really into organic stuff. In fact, nephews, I love meeting women in the organic food section of grocery stores. Don't let your aunties go there alone. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
So now, what else we got here? One thing you need to know about me is I could care less about sports.
Bless that bitch.
All right. I mean,
I love an honest bitch, Johnny. What can I say? And you know what? I don't really care about sports either, man. I don't have time for it. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. I wish I did, bro. I love the Browns. I'd love to sit down and just watch the Browns lose like old times, but I don't have time for that, bro.
yeah, I mean, I do. I love sports, and I'm at a point in my life where, yeah, I'm enjoying that. So for me, I mean, I'm not saying that's a deal breaker. She doesn't have to care about sports to get with me, but the thing of it is that I don't want to hear, oh, hey, can you skip the NFL Sunday this weekend? Hell no, I cannot. The Steelers do not have a bye. I can't skip it for you, babe. Sorry.
Shout out to Johnny. Nephews,
I mean-
you should have standards in your life just like that. And this is why we always talk to you about compatibility. Because in this instance, I'm more compatible with this woman than Uncle Johnny is. He wants a woman that'll go to sporting events with him. He wants a woman that could care less what he's watching on TV on his day off.
She's not a cutie pie.
So
She is.
when I talk about it, really depends on who you are and the things you like to do. This is a great example of that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Now we got some pictures here. All right, what'd she answer? 2 questions and no bio. I don't know, Johnny. Rarely drinks. All right, here's the thing, nephews. I'm really picky with women. And that's why I'm the cold-hearted king of Bumble here, man. Shout out to me. I don't think I'm gonna swipe on her.
He does not wait for your approval, people.
Now,
yeah, I mean, I think the absence of a bio kind of, again, gives us kind of that air of, okay, I'm pretty, swipe right.
Johnny, there's a few things we talk about every single week because it's the basics. It's important that men of all ages learn this stuff. Some of it is young men who have never been taught this. Some of it is older men who are off the market for decades and now they're getting back out there. Your time is your most valuable resource and you don't want to waste it. And I don't want to waste my time on a woman that I might not be compatible with, that I might not even enjoy a date with. Her looks are not enough to get me to go meet up with her. I need more, which is another reason why I like the bio. But in this instance, well, I would tell you, okay, because we got the horseback riding picture here. We got another outdoor picture, hiking. I would say this is a woman that you should take to go feed the ducks. So if you did match with her, you did want to go on a date, take this woman to a duck pond. And Johnny, tell the nephews what they should be feeding the ducks.
I think one of the things that you're going to be able to, I mean, if she cares about animals at all, and I mean, I don't know if she does or not, but you can impress her by actually bringing something other than bread. That's so cliche, number one. Number two, it's just not good for the ducks. It's not good for the waterfowl. You shouldn't be feeding wildlife anyway, but if you're going to do it, at least be thoughtful about it. Unsalted seeds, nuts, grapes, preferably cut in half. They love those. And actually, it's a hell of a lot better for them than just kind of throwing them bread, which, as Bill pointed out, full of gluten, full of all kinds of things that really aren't going to be good for them. And let's face it, I live in Pittsburgh. I walk along the Allegheny, Monongahela, and Ohio rivers all the time. Geese are shitting all over the place badly enough if you're not feeding bread. Don't feed them bread. All right? No bread.
All right. So, nephews, I'm going to pass on this one. She is just.
And by the way, I'm talking to you, Yinzers. Knock it off.
Mini me, how you doing tonight? Clyde, what's up? I apologize. Sometimes when
He
I'm in the
called her
Bumble
mini me.
studio, I don't get to see the comments till I hop back over to preview the next profile. So appreciate all the support.
All right. Love yous,
I will Clyde
guys.
say tonight. Clyde says,
Hey, he
got my
brought the crowbar and the
crowbar
WD-40.
40 ready to go.
Bruh.
Now all it needs is a saddle and a set of jumper cables.
Oh man, Clyde's silly. All right, let me check out the next profile, Johnny. All right, Johnny, let's see what we got here. We got Virginia. She's 41. She on screen for you?
We'll be in a not she will be in a second. There.
All right. Now, Johnny, when you look at Virginia and how she's presenting herself here, what's the first thing you notice about her?
Christmas sausages. If you're Gen Xer or older, you'll know what I'm talking about. Christmas sausages. That's what I think of right there.
I would have said maybe
Those
her
tightly
nails.
listen, those tightly wrapped, sausage, pepperoni, whatever the hell it was that you got in some gift basket that somebody at work or some distant relative felt obligated to send you, but you slit it down the middle and it was just that the wrapping was that tight, and I'm just saying that's kind of what that reminds me of. Not saying Jimmy Dean, I'm just saying, generic.
All right. Well, I'm seeing a pretty on point woman here. She's got the little emerald around her neck that matches her dress. She got her nails. Looks like Christmas festive because of the snow covered wreath in the background. So she got her hair down. I kind of like how it's over the shoulders.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a Christmas green. Absolutely.
She is looking thicker than a Snickers here, but
Man.
I don't know if I like this as
dipped in a lumpy bowl of oatmeal. Yes,
as a first impression of her. But we got a bio here. Shout out to Virginia taking the time to fill one out. All right, she says, I've always been the protector and problem solver for the family.
Bruh.
All right, let's keep going. And the causes I believe
send her a
in.
message. Help her down off her cross.
I'm a confident woman who manages life with ease, but I'm looking for a partner who wants to take the lead.
Bless that bitch.
I'm ready to fully embrace my feminine energy and be adored.
Okay.
Okay, look. Bro, she had me and then she lost me. A man
like adored. Are we talking? Are we talking worshipped or cherished?
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I wonder what she means, worshipped or cherished, because I don't think she means adored.
Okay, well, look, if a woman's on my program and she's been consistent with me for some amount of time, she may earn that adoration. I may adore her at some point, but she's got to earn that. And it goes both ways. Don't get me wrong, but I am Captain Consistency, because how you do one thing, nephews, is how you do all things. So
that's true. I mean, she really mentions what she mentions how she wants you to feel about her. But I'm curious as to what would make me feel that way about her. What does she think her best qualities would be that would make me feel that about her? I would rather not waste my time, meeting her somewhere to find that out. I would like to at least be intrigued before she even gets my number to text or call me, let alone before I meet.
Johnny, I really don't like the word partner either, because partner implies that you're equal. So wanting to be my equal, but then wanting me to take the lead makes me think you're one contradictory ass bitch, and I shouldn't be wasting my time with you.
Yeah, but listen, Walker, Texas Ranger had a partner, but he was clearly in charge.
Okay, well,
that's all I'm saying.
Look, okay, I'm just seeing some things here that I don't like. I definitely don't need a woman to protect me. I don't need a protector. I'm solution based, so I don't need a problem solver. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy from her answers here. Confident woman who manages life with ease. These are all masculine traits. protector, problem solver, confident, able to manage. And then, but
Now,
could that make sense? Because
could that
I
mean
know
that she has
women.
self-discipline and control over her expressions of the emotions, though? Or is it more that she's detached?
Okay, well, part of this tracks and makes sense because I know business women who are in charge at work all day long making important decisions. And when they get off work, they don't want to be in charge. They want to follow, they want to be led. They want a real man in their
Yeah.
life that's going to say, okay, this is what we're doing. So
Yeah,
if
I mean,
she
I've
says
noticed that because, like,
embrace feminine energy, it makes me think she wants to be submissive, but she really hasn't met a man to bring that out of her yet.
it's funny you should mention that because since I've been here in Pittsburgh in the last 9 years, okay, what I found interesting is there's such a stark contrast to the types of women that I've noticed attracted to me here in a city like Pittsburgh versus the ones back in my hometown. Because here in Pittsburgh, the craziest thing of it is that a lot of the girls that have been attracted to me have been girls who have a way higher level of education than I do, or have a way more prestigious resume than I do as far as like where they've worked and what they've done. But at the same time, I mean, if I call them and say, "Hey, can you come over?" Boom, they're there. I mean, and that was something that at first I really actually was taken aback from. But what it really was that, look, I mean, it wasn't that I was leading the interaction because I was domineering. I led the interaction because I made her want to follow my lead. Maybe I gave her some laughter and she followed me that day because of it. Maybe she was sexually attracted to me the next day and she followed me because of that. But the point was is that her profession did not dictate her behavior, especially not towards me. Because once again, that is one of those unwritten, unspoken rules that some of these girls will give the guys they're not attracted to. But guess what? The minute she's attracted to you, that socioeconomic status, that gap in education, none of that matters. She's
I know.
attracted to you, and she will follow your lead because her biology is telling her to do so. That is why some of these guys sit there and think, oh, these girls, they just want losers. No, they want guys that they are biologically attracted to. And you are such an intellectual that you somehow missed by going way over the answer. You went way around the obvious. And you think that the qualities that you read in a magazine that are attractive, and the reality of it is, it's much simpler than that. It's much more instantaneous than that. She's either attracted to you or she's not. And if she's not, dude, it's okay. Move on. But I mean, at the same time, if she is attracted to you, she's not going to tell you she wants to take it slow. She is not going to be afraid to move forward. As a matter of fact, she might be afraid to go 2 or 3 hours without getting a text response from you.
Bro, women don't want to take it slow. No,
Not if they're
I've
attracted to you, no.
no, Johnny, I can't ever think of a time when a woman telling me we need to take it slow.
Yeah, I'm
just-
too attracted to you and I'm scared to fall in love.
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
All right, let's continue on. And I got to tell you, John, the more I read on here, I'm not liking this profile. I'm not feeling this. She says, what I'd really like to find is someone to travel and share new adventures with.
Well, that's compatibility there.
Okay, well, listen, all women want to travel, but my question is who's paying for it? Who's buying those plane tickets? Who's booking the hotel room? Who's getting the rental car? Who's paying for the excursions? Who's paying for the cruise? Who's funding all of this travel time? So, yeah, all women want to travel, but is she willing to put up half of it? Now, another thing I don't like here is how this woman is again presenting herself. I know so many of you fall for it because y'all are in love with this ass and titties. And
listen, from a visual perspective, so are we, but, and I do mean but.
I'm not under the spell, okay? And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, Johnny.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
I think pussy is so valuable. And it really, it isn't. I can get it anywhere very easily. I could throw a rock and hit a piece right now, Johnny. My point is that it's not valuable enough. It's not valuable enough for me to place that kind of value on to begin with. So
No, I mean,
when I see
the thing
her
of it
leading
is,
with ass and titties, it makes me think that there's nothing in her brain. Because if it was, she wouldn't be standing on her looks. She'd be a little more intellectual with her profile. And I'm just telling you, that's my first impressions here. Between the cleavage up front, showing off some ass in this one. And I mean, cool. I get it. Like
hey, don't
Johnny
get me
says
wrong,
all
she
the
looks
time.
great. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If this is what works for her, that's cool. But this is not the kind of woman I want. A woman that presents herself like a lady. Okay, because I know, Johnny, shout out to me, dog. I'm the bitch whisperer. They'll all get on the bed and take their clothes off when you tell them to. But it's how they present themselves in the street that is important, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and I get if she's a single girl, she wants to kind of show off what she, looks like. And look, she looks great. But again, the biggest mistake was throwing that up there and being like, yeah, now I'm so hot, I don't have to tell you about myself. No,
Yeah,
we
well,
want to know,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm not placing the value on her looks that she does.
no. And that's just it. There is no value to somebody who is so hot that she doesn't need to say anything. Look, I mean, honestly, if I want something that looks good and doesn't talk, I'll go buy a new blazer. I'll wear it the next, formal dinner I go to or something. I don't need that.
Johnny, she says, win me over by planning a romantic evening or a spontaneous trip.
But here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem. She right now doesn't have time to read the messages in her inbox from the simps who read that and think they're going to sweep her off her feet, pulling up in his Mercedes, taking her to the airport, and flying her to Barbados or whatever the hell. The thing of it is she's not what she is saying. Yeah, man, what it sounds like she's saying to me, and I'm sorry, but our current society has been conditioned to believe this, is come and spend money on me, and if I deem it worthy, I'll give you pity sex every once in a while so that you'll keep spending money on me. Now, I'm not saying that's who this girl is, but if you're gonna post a few I guess decent looking pics and no bio, but then you're gonna come at me with that to me says not only do I think I'm hot enough for you to swipe without a bio, but I'll bet I can make you spend money on me too.
Well, she had a bio.
But you can't say that.
No, she has a bio. She's been the protector, problems, a very masculine.
Oh, that's right. Well,
but then
see, that's probably why I forgot about it. Yeah, that's probably why I forgot about it. So you're telling me that this girl wants you to take her on trips, but she's the high protector? Now, if she is, like you said, if she's funding this trip, cool. If she's funding half the trip, cool. But I mean, if she's jumping right in there and saying, "Hey, look at my boobs now," take me on a cruise. That's where I'm not sure which it is.
I don't really care which one it is.
Bodysuit's pretty hot though.
How is that indicative of the time I'm gonna have with her? She could be the baddest bitch in the world and have an ugly attitude.
I guess that's what I'm getting at here. When you throw out there that,
all right, look, I
mean,
Johnny. Okay, nephews, this is not the woman for me. I'm not gonna swipe on her. But if you were trying to get at her, here's what I would do. She has 2 different pictures with some champagne. So I would ask her to go to a little wine tasting, a little wine bar, and have a drink or two with her. I'm getting way too many finesse vibes out of this. Travel, trips, adventures.
yeah, that's where she lost me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out, bro. I'm all good here. Right,
I mean,
jump
up to
back
that
over
point.
to stream. Clyde says if you're looking for blind adoration.
I feel like in the old days, it used to be on Yahoo Personals that she would meet you first, put it on you real good, and then try to drag it out of you for the rest of your life. Here, it's just kind of like, nah, I want that up front.
Well, you got to be the kind of guy they want that from long term.
Sure.
All right, Clyde says if you're looking for blind adoration, get a dog.
Bruh.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look. If you want to experience true love in your life, nephews, if you want true love, get a dog. That dog is gonna love you no matter what. Doesn't matter how long you are at work. It's not gonna be mad at you when you get home. It's gonna be happy to see you. So I'm a big advocate for getting dogs, and I'm a big dude. I like big dogs. I bred pit bulls for years. They're some of the most loyal
shout out
and
to Baby
loving
Girl.
dogs out there. That's right, Johnny. Shout out to Baby Girl.
Bless that
This
bitch.
listen, for those of you who don't know, this dog was the best dog, sweetest girl ever. Pit bull, black and white, and man, when I was taking care of her, she was actually the snuggliest little thing, and I think that's why she was called Baby Girl, because she probably weighed about 60 or 70 pounds. I think she thought she weighed 6 or 7 because she would crawl right up. If you sat on the floor watching TV, she'd crawl right up in your lap. She was the sweetest dog ever.
Well, the dog lived for like 14 and a half years. That's how well we cared for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, as she got older, I think she got up to like over 80 pounds, man. She was a big dog. All right.
Yeah,
Clyde says, I'm all about a confident woman. There is a stark differentiation between confident and dominant. A little of both is good, but both should be able to lead if the situation arises. Just my 2 cents. Thank you for the comment, sir.
Yeah.
Brandy says, hey, Brandy, what's up? It's always a pleasure to see you. She says, Yahoo dating. That's how I met my son's dad.
Hey, listen, Brandy, just make sure that you are rinsing and washing that water cup of yours, okay? You know what I'm talking about.
All right, Johnny, let me preview the next profile real quick.
Use the straw brush, too. I had to look at that picture like 3 times.
All right, here we go, Johnny. Can you see Heather?
I do. I like the hat.
I was just about
like
to
asking-
ask. What's your
I would
first
actually wear that.
impression?
Well, definitely, she has an excellent hairdresser. Obviously professional photo. She's a pretty girl. 47. I think that's either some really great jeans or a hell of a filter. But look, she looks good.
About Heather. I love sports, happy hour, hiking, country music, scary movies, reading, traveling to new places, day trips, the sun, being spontaneous. I have a fulfilling career and looking for someone who has long-term relationship goals. 18-year-old girl at the Naval Academy, 11-year-old boy, travel hockey. What do you think about that, Johnny?
Hockey is a really expensive sport.
Well, yeah, it said she was some senior paralegal, and Angel will tell you they make some bread.
I mean, this is definitely a. I mean, she's giving us a wide array of things she likes. She's giving us a little info, a little bit of insight to herself. Yeah, I mean, I got no problem.
Hiking, happy hour, sports. Yeah, that's probably how I'd get at her is ask her to meet me for a drink, happy hour, and or hiking, but one of those two. Quickest way to my heart is making me laugh and making me feel safe.
Stop the cap.
I'm going to believe half of that. I'm going to believe half of that. I definitely think she likes when you make her laugh, because that's a eliciting an uncontrollable reaction to a purposeful reaction on your part. So you did something on purpose and made her do something that she couldn't control. She might not have been trying to stop herself from laughing, but the fact of the matter is that subconsciously, if you made her laugh, a response that she can't necessarily control, what other responses can you make her have that she can't necessarily control? Again, subconscious thought. But the other side of it too. What was the other thing?
She says, make me laugh and make me feel safe.
That's the part I don't buy. Because here's the thing. From what I've noticed in the dating world, not just my own experiences, but from the letters that I get from you nephews for our Monday night show. By the way, guys, any questions about dating online or otherwise, please shoot me an email. We'll cover those questions on Monday night. But anyway, I mean, I think the problem that a lot of people don't
Bruh.
Johnny, I believe half of this too. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Well, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to put this. I mean,
okay. We can circle back to it.
Yeah, let's circle back.
I believe half of this too.
I'm trying to.
I believe the other half. I believe to make me feel safe. Now, nephew, I'm going to say something that's not really popular here, but it's the truth. And that's what we do. We give you the truth, even if you don't want to hear it. It's all love here, but sometimes it's tough love. And I'm telling you, when she says quickest way to my heart is to make me laugh,
Stop the cap.
That's not it. I'll be honest with you, nephews. The quickest way to her heart is to make her wet, not make her laugh. And when it comes to laughing, Johnny has a point, but I think it goes a bit deeper than that, because making her laugh is not turning her on. She has to already be sexually attracted to you for the funny to have any kind of effect. You can't just come in there cracking dad jokes and think that you're going to make her wet off of that. It don't work like that. So there's a little more to it than Johnny was letting on here. But here's something I know from my own experience. The part I do believe here is to make me feel safe. I can't tell you the number of women I've been out with, and they feel safe in my presence. And
well, see, I mean, that I can believe, but the thing of it is,
further,
like,
Johnny, these women that feel safe in my presence, they enjoy real rough sex. And I think that that's kind of indicative to how I would be able to handle myself in a situation. I'm just telling you, there's some kind of psychological link there. But I am buying the make me feel safe, especially if she was put into situations previously where she didn't have that level of comfort.
Okay, if we're separating the words physically safe from emotionally secure, cool. But the thing of it is that remember that if she feels secure that you are never going to leave her, or that you are never going to push her away, or that you are never going to say that's enough, enough is enough, that is not, because I think a lot of people think that that's what she means by that. Or I think that's what a lot of people think that's what that means. Now, for those of you who don't worry about it. But I think the thing of it is that you're expecting someone to make you feel like you are there, you are the partner, and no one could ever overtake you. And that might seem romantic and beautiful at first, but the thing of it is, if she doesn't believe that other women want you, she is not going to have that edge to that attraction to you. She might still have an attraction, but she is not going to have that competitive instinct lit under her ass to always make sure that she is at least trying to be the best version of herself she can be in your eyes, as you should be to her. And yeah, I mean,
shout out to Johnny Dumbbell for that. Here's and I don't mean to interrupt you, Johnny, but nephews, I'm gonna co-sign.
No, that was pretty much it.
I'm gonna co-sign Johnny here a little bit because I got this thing back here. See this, nephews? This is the lost and found box. And you know what? We got all kind of really cool stuff in here, man. This is anything women leave behind at your crib, whether it is some jewelry, some earrings, some makeup,
some duct tape,
whatever they leave behind, it all goes in the lost and found box. So when she talking about safety, she's going to feel safe in my physical presence when we're out somewhere, but she is always going to know that she has competition, so she has to perform at a very high level and can lose her spot on the team at any time.
And now bear in mind, we're talking in that little no man's land of between, when you first meet and when you decide, okay, this girl has checked enough boxes for me to make it exclusive. Not quite to that point, but past, of course, the first date point. So this is not for him to be like, oh, you're my committed girlfriend. Hey, don't forget the lost and found box, do your job. That's not what he's saying. He is saying that in the vetting process, he's being nice enough to let her know she's being vetted. Most guys, they don't even want to act. Most guys want to be like, no, you're the only girl I'm seeing. Dude, it's date number 2. Really? No,
All right,
Bill's thing is, there's a lot of girls vying for this position. You want it? Get it.
Telling you, Johnny, that's why I'm the heartbreaker of Bumble.
Yeah.
All right. Look, nephews, I recommend
He once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
You all get yourself a lost and found box. Okay. Because like Johnny was saying, if you're on your second date and she knows you're not seeing anybody else, you are so single, there is no other women attracted to you. She's going to know a few things. Number one, she could throw it on you and lock you down. You'll be running behind her for another piece in no time. And number two, she doesn't have any competition. So she can put it on cruise control and kick her feet up.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right, Johnny,
hey,
let's keep going with this.
let's go.
I don't even have a match tonight, Johnny. So disappointed in these women.
You know why? Because I haven't done the proper transitional procedure. Hold on. All right, let's go.
Okay, she says, we'll get along if you are mindful, date with purpose, emotionally mature, able to communicate, and love to travel.
I'm sorry, I nodded off in the middle of that. What was that?
Bro, I'll hit them all. Who's this bitch think she is?
I feel it.
You know what? Let's just get rid of her right now, Johnny.
I feel like we need one more. All right, we'll take that. Yeah, I mean, that was literally every company line we've ever heard.
Okay. I'm happiest when I'm outdoors. Well, you know what, Johnny? I'll give her half a point for that.
Bio. Fantastic, but that's not a bio. That's Cliff Notes from a Tony Robbins speech.
All right. Nephews, I liked the bio. It was okay. It gave me a little bit insight to her. Happy hour hiking. I like that she's being upfront about her responsibilities as a parent. I like that her kid's not in the profile. So it started out good.
I like that she's not a prison inmate. I mean, we can keep going.
Bro, let me just shut up. A shout out to all the inmates.
A current one, that's all.
All love here. I love you some inmates. All right. So look, if I'm looking it over as a whole, with the boy, the travel hockey, look, I could make this work, but I don't know. I'm just not. There's nothing in this profile that makes me want to go have a drink with her.
I think I just saw a picture of her in the valley.
All right. Well, I'm going to pass on this one. All right. Give me a second and I'll preview Sarah here.
Oh.
Brandy says, basically someone to pay for her travels. Yeah.
Well,
you know
see, I don't want to pass that kind of judgment too quickly. Yeah. But I mean, maybe.
They can.
Sure. Like I said, stick with what works. I mean, if it's been working and giving you your way, why would you change it?
Okay. And this is what, nephews, why I never get upset when I meet a new woman. And I know that there's guys trying to clap them cheeks already. There's probably somebody already clapping them. None of my business. Because I can
be monkey brain,
that her entire life can change once I come into it. Because I hold myself to such a high standard, that's going to rub off on her in all aspects of her life. But we're not here to talk about me and my program tonight. We're here to examine Bumble dating profiles and give you a game on how to get at these women. We'd also love to give you the game on how to make your profiles better. So if you need help with your online dating profiles, gentlemen, let us know in the comments. We got you.
That's right. We're not going to use AI and shoot it back to you. We're going to actually be human about it. And because we all know you're reading some AI, eventually something starts to not add up or not make sense. We are not going to do that to you. We're going to actually read your situation. You know, if we have additional questions, we'll ask them. Once we have the information, dude, we'll put together the best profile we can get to. You know, and we will help you get likes.
All right, Johnny. Let's check out Sarah. We got Sarah 39. She's a project manager. Photo verified. About Sarah. Perfect combo of tomboy, weirdo, and girl's girl. Johnny, did we just get a new company line?
I don't know if it's a new company line. I think it's an old company line repackaged. I think what it is I'm fun, but I'm feminine, but I'm fun, but I'm masculine, but I'm fun, and I feel like it gives off the vibe where I'm trying to identify with the average man and trying to get as many of you to swipe right on me as possible. And hey, look, if you're if you're in the world of online dating, I get it.
She says, I will never shut up about football and defense.
Bruh.
Well, I mean,
Defense
look.
or defense? What does she do? Is she project manager? She's talking about defense.
Well, she's a Steeler fan. I guess she's probably. I can imagine having a discussion about how we're the highest paid defense in the NFL, and we sure as hell didn't play like it on Sunday. But
how do you know she's a Steelers fan?
I don't. I'm just saying if she were.
Okay, I see a Buckeye shirt in that one, a Cavs shirt in this one. She got a nice little stomach on her.
I like the Buckeyes, but I'm a Steeler fan.
My healthy obsession is putting protein in my coffee.
I've done that. Especially when I run out of creamer or I run out of half and half, and I'm like, but it's like, I mean, I'll drink black coffee if I have to, but if I do have protein powder, yeah, we're throwing it in there. I've done that many times.
All right. Something I recently learned about myself is I'm slowly starting to love animal documentaries and hiking.
Bless that bitch.
Yeah. I like the comedy ones, but I like the regular nature shows too. I am fascinated by big cats. I am.
All right, Johnny. I don't have any likes tonight. I haven't swiped on anybody.
No, I was going to say we are 0 for so far.
Oh, I don't want to swipe on her just because I haven't swiped on anybody.
Then don't. Look, just because, listen,
socially.
We tell these young men all the time, if nobody makes the cut, nobody makes the cut. But remember, that means you're not the problem.
No, but I am seeing some things here that might make me think I'm compatible with her. All right, first of all, anybody that's putting protein in anything is working out. Right?
I mean, yeah, nobody buys protein powder for the hell of it.
Okay. Now, I do know some people with weight problems that will drink like protein shakes and stuff like that, but they're high metabolism people. But yeah. Okay, so she's active. She likes to look. She's turning up with her friends. She likes football.
Oh, what a coincidence!
I'm on the fence about this one. Let me jump back over here and ask chat.
All right, chat. What do you think, guys?
Does
Bill swipe right or left?
Tonight? Left, right. What do y'all think? Should I give her a shot?
Don't look at me. I don't know why you guys are looking at me. I'm out of this. Clyde, what do you got, man?
Well, I wish Clyde was still around because he would definitely have an opinion. Shout out to
Clyde. Mini Mom, you are like the unofficial big sister of Ask Your Favorite Uncles. What do you got?
Hey, Brandy's saying right.
Okay. We got one for right. Anybody else? Shut
All
up.
right, I'm swiping right, Johnny. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate you, boo.
Thank you, Brandy.
Come on. All right, let me check out our next profile.
Renaissance man finally found a woman.
All right, I got this, Johnny.
Here we go.
All right, next up we got Cassandra, 38. All right. Outdoor hiking picture. I like this. There's no cleavage. She's not showing off her ass.
I mean, good.
Yeah, the version of herself she's presenting. See what else we got. Look at this. We got a bio, Johnny.
Bruh.
What?
Community advocate.
Bless that bitch.
Creative spirit with a love for simple joys in life. You'll usually find me thrifting for hidden gems, camping under the stars, building something with my hands, 420 friendly, no makeup, no filters.
Bless that bitch.
All right.
I get way too excited about office supplies and stationery.
Oh, like the first day of school. Yeah. Yeah, like when I was in grade school, I cared about that for like the first like almost full week of school.
All right. After work, you can find me hanging out around my house, fiddling with one of my hobbies, or out for dinner and drinks at a great restaurant with friends or colleagues. Okay. So she has some sort of social life.
Which is good because she will not make you the center of her universe, but find out how much of her time that takes up.
Okay. Hopefully, you're also really into spending time outside, occasionally sleeping in a tent, fighting climate change, and pizza.
I mean, 3 for 4.
Yeah, Johnny, that's what I was thinking too. I'm down to spend time outside, sleep in a tent, and
Yeah,
I love
fuck
pizza.
What? I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Man. All right. I gotta tell you, Johnny, I think I want to have a date with her.
So, all right, chat. We all know he's swiping right. Is he right or wrong?
Yeah, I am gonna swipe right on her because sleeping in a tent, spending time outside, hiking, no makeup, no filters, thrifting, simple joys in life, creative spirit. I even like community advocate. I'm a big advocate for being of service. So if she was really messing with me and on my program, I'd go do some little community advocating with her.
Yeah, go on social media and stand on your soapbox if you want to. But if you really want to help, go out in the community you actually live in and do physical, actual help. Give physical, actual assistance to physical, actual people who are physically, actually in front of you. I guarantee you, no matter where you live, there's at least something you can at least do or volunteer to do. And if they don't need your help, you know what? That's good news.
All right, I'm swiping on her, Johnny. I like her. That's 2.
Nothing? Really? All right.
Shout out to Minnie Mom. She says, I like this one for you.
All right.
Hey, this one's going to love this one for me. All right. Let me check out our next profile. I got to tell you, Johnny, lately I've been getting a lot of women like our age I
Yeah.
don't like them. Well,
Uh,
I'm not. Look, and I know that's going to be unpopular, and I'm not saying all of them.
not with me. It's not.
Hey, there are some women in their 40s that are very impressive,
Sure.
but you know, you used to talk last year about it a little bit more than you have recently about what happens when women hit the wall and how their wall is coming and how
I
it's
mean,
different for all of them
and how they take offense when you notice this kind of thing. So you can't just tell them that you saw that happen. They're never going to accept that, because the thing of it is that they are never going to believe they've hit the wall. So why tell them that? Don't do that. The fact of the matter is, if you know they hit the wall, then you know they hit the wall. They're never going to admit they hit the wall because they don't want to believe they've hit the wall. I wouldn't want to believe it when I hit the wall. That day is coming in the future, and I'm sure it is. I'm cool with that, because that's called aging. That's called progressing. That's called being okay with living your life in all of its stages. But the thing of it is that no one decides. No one decides whether they hit their own wall. Okay, the people that decide whether or not you are found valuable enough for a relationship, the ones that decide whether or not you're attractive enough, those are the ones that are going to decide whether they've hit the wall, whether you've hit the wall in their particular eyes. But nobody hits the wall in the eyes of the entire world. And that's what's important to remember. Number one. Number two, you can go ahead and think about the wall, or you can go ahead and ignore the wall. But every day, you are never too old to improve yourself, one day at a time. Just make sure you go to bed tonight one day better than you were when you woke up.
all right. So Minnie Mom has a
But the wall
question
is
here.
real.
She wants to know. She says, "What age is the wall?"
How long's
I
a
would
piece of
say
string?
it's
How long's a
different.
piece of string? I don't know.
All right. Well, let's try and get through at least one or two more profiles tonight, Johnny.
I will say though, you
Now,
ain't
the
there.
reason why I mentioned the wall to begin with, the women, because I've been getting a lot of women in their 40s on Bumble, and I just am not that compatible with them. What I'm really finding myself most compatible with are women in their 30s. Because I've dated a little bit younger than that, and that was a mess. Dated a little bit older than that in their 40s. They're depending on the woman, boring. But women in their 30s, they still go out and do things, but they're still in the house. But it just depends. It's different for everyone. All right. But my point here is that next up we got Jess, 45. Teacher. About Jess. I'm really good at picking the worst movies and really big name actor has made. It's actually embarrassing. Come vibe with me. Question mark. You want to offer a opinion on this one, Johnny?
I think she's trying to actually illustrate her own sense of humor. Now, me personally, I'm one of those. I'm a member of that weird subculture of people who loves bad movies. But here's the thing: I don't like the bad movies that are made intentionally to be bad. No, no, no. I like the low budget movies that they tried like hell to find the best actors they could, and it was just an absolute dumpster fire. I love bad movies like that, and especially around Halloween. Pluto, Netflix, and a couple of the other a couple of the other streaming services, they actually put out horror movies, and then they put out horror B movies. And let me tell you what, the horror B movies are entertaining on so many levels, not just by how bad they are, but sometimes you'll be surprised to find out what big stars were in these movies before they were big stars. And other times you'll just be entertained by how absolutely awful the acting is. But do yourselves a favor and watch a couple of B horror movies this Halloween season. I promise you, whether you're scared or laughing your ass off, you will be entertained. So I'm with her on that.
Okay. When I see come vibe with me, normally I know what that means. You know what that means, right? This woman wants someone to spend
Oh,
some
dude,
time,
Netflix and chill. Absolutely.
which is all right, nephews. We're gonna take a little time out from Bumble and we're gonna have us a little story time here. I want y'all to learn a little lesson.
I'm
Uncle
pouring myself
Johnny
another
is
whiskey.
saying Netflix and chill. That is
No, I'm saying she's saying that.
I know that's what she's saying. But I just want Johnny, I want them to know how horrible of an idea that is. Because a woman, look, when you're setting up, especially when you're setting up intimate encounters, when you know you're going over there to smash, why is the TV even on when she comes over or you go over there?
I'll tell you why. Because she wants to make it seem as if she originally planned to actually watch a movie so that she won't feel guilty when one thing leads to another and she actually gets it on with you on the first meeting. That's why.
No, here's the thing. You need to be clear and concise with your intention with women. So if you are going to her house, if she is coming to your house, you need to let her know that sex is on the table when she gets there. Okay.
Shouldn't it be on the bed?
Johnny, 5 minutes after the women arrives, the act of sex should begun. You guys should be kissing, undressing each other. You should not have to watch a movie and let her decide when the time is right.
Billy, remember who we're talking to though. 5 minutes, that's kind of an advanced class, man. We're preaching to white and yellow belts, not black belts like you.
These women out here will thank me for it, Johnny. Stop beating around the bush. You think they don't enjoy sex just as much as you do, nephews? Come on now. 5 minutes. Now, look, if you want to watch a movie with the bitch after you pound her out, then do what you want to do. But if you're going over there for sex, if she is coming to your crib for sex, it should be about the sex. If I walk into a bitch's house and the TV is on, I'm picking up her remote and I'm shutting the TV off because her house has just became my house and I'm always in charge. So I'm shutting the TV off and I'm going to look her dead ass in the face and tell her to get in the bedroom. Or first I'll tell her to get me some water. Hey, go get me a bottle of water. I'm going to need to be well hydrated for what I'm about to do. And then I'll tell her to get in the bedroom and take her clothes off.
Not too much or you get a cramp.
Yeah. You never look.
I've heard.
When you get into long 30, 40, 50-minute sessions, you can't cramp up. It can't happen. You know, especially if you don't do a lot of yoga. Look, once I started doing more yoga, I don't really cramp up at all. I'm flexible in so many different ways. But my point is, y'all should not be Netflix and chilling. You should be over there.
If you're gonna do anything and chill, make it Spotify.
Well, you should have a list. You should have your own list for the bedroom, nephews. And
I got
look,
like 3 of them.
You were a little bit different. Last year I was going to put together a little list of some tracks to smash to. I had somebody who was going to help me with it. It didn't work out how I wanted it to. Maybe that's something I'll circle back to in the future, but we're all very unique as men. So we all have our own little music, and Johnny and I are so old. We used to make little mixtapes off the little cassette tapes on the radio. You'd be like recording songs like Boys to Men and Belle Biv DeVoe and
but see, the cool thing about being late Gen X, is we not only did we make mixtapes, but as technology advanced, we burned CDs. And then we ripped songs to our MP3 players.
That's right. But the point is we were always ready. We always had that playlist for when it was time to take her to the bedroom.
Yep.
So make yourself a playlist on Spotify, YouTube, whatever it is y'all are using.
And listen, do not fall victim to the belief that all the songs have to be slow songs. They don't. In fact, they shouldn't be.
All right. Now that we're done with the whole Netflix and chill, let's get back to this last
Spotify and chill.
We'll do one more after this one.
All right, here we go.
Come vibe with me is kind of telling me she's a little desperate for attention. Because look, Johnny, we know about women's DMs. And look, nephews, I wouldn't lie to you because I don't lie to anybody for anything. I have too much integrity and respect for myself. I'll tell it to y'all straight, even if you don't want to hear it. I ask women to look at their DMs sometimes, Johnny, not because I'm insecure or anything, but for research purposes. I can't even tell you how much research I do when I'm out on dates and stuff. It's wonderful. I love it. But when a woman,
Development dates are great. You learn a lot.
yeah. So if when she's comfortable enough with me to know I'm not going to be judgmental of her, I'm not going to be possessive of her, they will share that kind of information. They will show you the DMs and the things y'all are saying in the DMs. Y'all should be embarrassed of yourselves. Seriously. My point is, because women, their DMs are so full, they're not asking random guys to come vibe with them. So this is telling me that maybe her DMs are not as full as some of the other ladies. Or it could be bait. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not bait though, you got to wonder why is she so desperate.
She says, instead of drinks, let's go for a walk in the park.
Bless that bitch.
Feed the ducks, nephews. Take her to feed the ducks. My personal hell is FaceTime video chatting. Okay,
crap.
nephews, listen.
Another one of these.
You should be doing FaceTime with these women. You should be video chatting with them before you go meet them. For a
Clearly
few
not
different
this one.
reasons. You want to make them comfortable around you. More importantly, you want to make them excited and looking forward to their time with you. But most importantly, you should always be assessing these women. Now, I'm going to look at stuff like her crib. Is it a mess? Does it look like she has a sink full of dishes and hasn't vacuumed in weeks, and excuses why the mail's piled up on the table? And so I'm looking at the background. If there's clothes put away, if it's nice and tidy, if it's somewhere I might go over and feel comfortable at, or if it's somewhere.
Does she shut off all the lights and lock the doors when Rent-A-Center starts knocking at the door? That's probably a red flag.
Yeah. So I like to get women on video chatting. I like to get them on FaceTime. I like to get them comfortable with me. I like to get them turned on. I like to have a lot of fun with them on FaceTime too, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, she says, I disagree when people say I'm outgoing and very social and extrovert.
So she's saying she's an introvert and people tell her she's an extrovert.
Right. Well, at least she's not saying she's
why
an
am I hearing the name Karen?
All right, I'm not sure here, Johnny. All right, so I'm just really not compatible with Jess here. I'm gonna pass on this. But if y'all wanted to get at her and you match with her, I would say go feed the ducks with this woman. Just don't FaceTime her.
No. Apparently, communication's weird.
I almost swiped right on that on accident.
I saw that.
All right, let me check out Morgan here. Are we gonna make Morgan our last profile for tonight, Johnny?
Yeah, we got one more to go, guys. Let's go. Let's hope.
Matches?
We're taking our hopium.
Bro, I'm about to swipe on this one right now. I swear to God.
Crap.
I know you love it when I do my Kevin impression. I swear to God. Morgan, 28, teacher. Hi, pretty people. I love meeting new people and having new experiences. I'm just going with the flow right now, not taking life too seriously. Married, bisexual, polyamorous. You already know it, Johnny.
Bless that bitch.
Drinks frequently.
Bless that bitch.
So you're married and polyamorous, but leading up to that word, that was some boring shit.
Bisexual too. Looking for something casual. Perfect Sunday mornings include slow morning, grocery shopping, and Sunday self-care.
I feel like she should have added a pineapple emoji just to kind of drive the point home.
Yeah, same. because I feel like her perfect Sunday mornings are going to be recovering from getting ran through by me. But
By the way, I don't want to go into specifics, but I can't believe who I had to explain the pineapple to. That was awkward.
well, you know what? Shout out to you, Johnny. Anybody can explain the pineapple. It's you. All right. She says.
Why?
It's sarcastic. All right. Together we could.
You swore you never spoke of this.
Stop the rain, even ride a hurricane if we wanna. That's got to be song lyrics, and I don't really care enough to look it up. Because sometimes women will communicate with you through music, and I love those women that communicate through music that are like, they send me songs, and I like send them the stuff I'm listening to too.
Well, I mean,
That shit.
if you're in touch enough with your emotions to be able to hear a song and say, "Oh no, I feel that," yeah, okay.
All right, she says, I get out of a bad mood by sitting in the sunshine.
Stop the cap.
I mean, it does produce. You help produce serotonin.
Yeah, maybe she's right, Johnny. Lives in Youngstown from Pittsburgh.
I live in Pittsburgh from Youngstown.
There you go. All right, Johnny.
I think I got the better end of the deal there.
Married, bisexual, polyamorous. Think she's my type?
Bless that bitch.
See, I mean, yeah, if you like being a unicorn, go for it.
Well, here's the thing. I would never ruin what a woman has going on in her life. So she's married. I don't care about it. The polyamorous part, cool. Especially if it's me, her, and another girl. Yeah, that could work out. So I might, Johnny, I might already have a woman on the team I'd introduce her to.
If that's the case, I would say it's maybe worth a conversation just to.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna swipe on her. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, if that's the case, I guess it's worth a conversation just to figure out what the trinamic's going to be. You know.
Okay, well, I have dated women in open relationships.
That's the correct
before.
term.
I've dated women in open relationships before, and it can get weird sometimes, especially if they're with a partner, they live with somebody, and you're going back to their shared home and smashing her in a different room. It's like, you know, her boyfriend's in the room next to you listening, and I don't know. So I do have some experience with this.
Offline, I'm going to have to tell you that reminds me of an experience at the call center, but I'll tell you later.
All right, nephews, y'all have any questions for us before we wrap it up? I had such a good time tonight going through these profiles. I didn't even open our phone line. Well, actually, the phone lines were up, but I didn't run any of the banners with the lines all night. So I apologize for that. I'm going to switch up the format of our Bumble show where I'm not jumping back and forth. But if any of you have any questions, you can call in before we wrap this up. We'd love to answer them for you because that's what we're here for. We want to help you out. That's why we have put together this podcast. And it's not even a podcast. This is a lifeline for some of you. So we're here. Ask your questions. You need us?
Take advantage of a resource we didn't have, guys.
So nothing else, nephews. We are going to wrap this up.
That's
and
right,
we
guys.
will be back Monday night with Ask Your Favorite Uncles. And I will have the phone lines open the whole night for your questions. We love you. We love it when you tap in with them. So we want to answer them for you.
Which reminds me, guys. Remember, the weekend's coming, and we won't see you till Monday. That way, we will not be there to help you or bail you out of jail. So please, no drugs or alcohol. But if you do drink, don't drive. And if you do drive, don't park, because accidents cause people.
Now, Johnny, this is where I love to end the show, but I want to say one thing before we do. September is National Suicide Month. And Johnny and I are always here for you guys. If y'all need to talk, if you're struggling, write us. All our bio it's in there. We might not be able to drop what we're doing in our lives and immediately respond, but we will respond. We will talk to you. We'll ask what's going on. We have had loved ones who have self-deleted, and the stuff that nephews, we're here if you need to talk, man. So reach out to us. We will listen. I'll guarantee you that. We'll hear you out and ask you what's going on if you're struggling.
Yes,
like that.
and listen, I'm hearing a lot of that happening at middle age and before. So, guys, I can't even tell you. I graduated with 453 people, and 3 dozen of us are dead. And that's too many. It's too many.
So Johnny and I are here for you, nephews. If you need to talk, I don't want any of you to feel alone or you don't got anybody out there. And that's any time of the year. It's not just for this awareness month. We got you. We're here for you. And with that,
Absolutely.
we're out.
Yeah.